You felt it. That cool dismissal, the glance past your shoulder, the text that never comes, the slightly too polite smile that says, "Without words, not you." It hits something deep. The part of you that wants to disappear and the part of you that wants to prove her wrong. Most men react from one of those two places. They chase or they retreat, and both choices leak power. Tonight, I'm going to give you a third move, one that turns rejection into fuel, presence, and in certain cases, real desire. Not through tricks, not through pressure, through mastery of your emotions, your frame, your timing, and your standards. If what you've heard so far is shifting how you see yourself, stay with me until the end, because we're just getting started. Understand this first. Rejection is not the end of the story. It's the opening chapter where you decide who you're going to be in the presence of someone else's boundaries, moods, or momentary judgments. A woman's reaction to you in 1 minute is a snapshot of her state, not a verdict on your worth. When you internalize that, your nervous system stops taking every interaction as a referendum on your masculinity. You become the constant. Your tone drops a half step lower. Your eyes stop asking for permission. And that shift alone, calm, unhurried certainty, changes your outcomes more than any line ever will. Let's get precise. There are 3 layers to turning rejection into desire: the inner frame, the social execution, and the outcome discipline. Think of them as the spine, the limbs, and the skin of your interactions. The inner frame is who you are when no one is watching. The social execution is how you move, speak, notice, and respond under pressure. The outcome. Discipline is how you let outcomes serve your standards rather than seduce you into chasing validation. Men get in trouble when they try to jump to tactics without building the spine. We won't do that here. Start with the inner frame. Your nervous system is the first thing she meets, not your words. When you approach, she registers your breathing, your gaze, your microtension. If you're performing, your face tightens, your laugh is a half-second late, your shoulders raise 2 millimeters. She feels a question. Do you approve of me? That question is the most expensive scent a man can wear because it announces scarcity. Replace it with a statement, I approve of me. Not arrogant, grounded. The physical drill is simple. Inhale through your nose for 4. Hold for 2. Exhale for 6. Drop your shoulders. Release your jaw. Imagine the back of your head pressing gently against a wall. Your chin lowers a degree and your eyes become level. You're not staring down. You're welcoming in. Do this before you speak. Do this before you text. Do this before you enter the room. That small reset broadcasts composure. Composure is magnetic. Next, clarify your standards. Not the cliché wish list, beautiful, feminine, kind, but the behaviors that signal fit. Reciprocity. She returns energy, asks a question, offers a detail. Respect. She doesn't test you by insulting or humiliating. Curiosity. She's engaged with something bigger than attention. Set these as non-negotiables. When a woman rejects you, run the moment through the lens of your standards. Did you uphold them? Did you remain warm and respectful? Or did you wobble into pleading, jokes you don't believe, or defensiveness? If you upheld your standards and she still wasn't open, good. You just filtered. You kept your center in motion. That self-protection is the foundation of later attraction because you never traded your respect for possibility. Now, social execution. Most men ask, what should I say? Wrong question. Ask, what frame am I inviting her into? Frame is the emotional environment you create. There are 3 frames that consistently open space for attraction without manipulation: play, purpose, and permission. Play says, we're already comfortable. Let's have a small adventure. Purpose says, I move with direction. You can feel safe, ceding a little control. Permission says, you are free to be as you are. I'm good either way. Notice how none of these demand a result. They create gravity. Approach with play by making an observational remark that doesn't ask for validation. You look like you're negotiating with that coffee like it owes you rent. Delivered with a soft smile, a slight head tilt, and a pause. If she warms, thread a detail. What did it do to you? Keep your shoulders back, your feet planted, your voice unhurried. If she's curt, don't scramble. Hold permission. All good. Have a good one. Then pivot your body, not just your words, to exit. The pivot matters because it communicates that your life is not paused in her hand. That quick, clean exit often does something unexpected. It removes pressure, resets the interaction to zero, and positions you as a man with internal options. If she calls you back or reopens later, always meet the moment like it's new. Never punish. Reopening is curiosity. Reward curiosity with warmth. Purpose is how you lead the conversation. Most men hide behind polite interviews. So what do? Which becomes an audit of facts rather than a dance of energy. Lead with a frame that signals direction. I'm grabbing a tea and then taking a 10-minute walk to clear my head. Join me for the walk while you wait for your order. Delivered calmly, as if you've said it 1,000 times. If she declines, accept instantly. No worries, enjoy your evening. The calm acceptance carries power because it proves your invite was genuine, not a pressure test. Here's the paradox. When your invitations are easy to refuse, they become easier to accept. You turn rejection into respect, and respect is the doorway to desire. Permission is the antidote to neediness. There's a line most men never cross because they're afraid of losing the chance. I like your energy. If you're not in the mood to chat, that's cool too. You are not begging, you are acknowledging reality. This diffuses fear. It says, I see you as a person, not a prize. The human nervous system relaxes when it feels free. In that space, attraction grows because it's not being forced to. If you feel resistance to saying it, that's your ego clinging to outcomes. Speak it anyway. You're training your identity to value truth over control. Let's talk about the moment of rejection. There are 4 types: soft no, polite, indirect, hard no, clear, firm, deferral, not now, and distraction, not you versus not the moment. Your job is to recognize which one you're facing and answer with the right energetic move. Soft. No. She thanks you, but turns her body away. You mirror the turning, smile once, and release. Do not hover in orbit. Hard. No. She says she's not interested. You say, I appreciate the clarity. Have a good night. Your voice stays smooth. Your eye contact holds a beat and then releases. No sarcasm, no, you didn't have to be rude. That restraint sends a signal to anyone observing, and to her, that you're stable under stress. Deferral. I'm meeting friends. You ask one crisp question to test sincerity. Is that a not now or a not ever? If she says not now, respect it and create a future path. Cool. If we cross paths again, I'll pretend we've been arguing about who makes the best tacos. Then you leave. If she says not ever, go back to hard no protocol. Distraction. She's into her phone, startled or checked out. Your move is to center the environment. I'll keep it under 10 seconds. Hello. Wait. If she reconnects, proceed. If not, exit. The principle is constant. Acknowledge, respect, release. Anything more becomes a chase. You want tactics? Use them with integrity. The triangle gaze, flit gently between one eye, the other, then the mouth, slows time and creates intimacy when there's already warmth. Never use it as a hack to bypass disinterest. The 2-step proximity, open with an arm's length of space, then close half a step if she mirrors or asks you a question, builds connection without invading. The vocal drop, lower your tone at the end of sentences, grounds your presence, but don't force a growl. The micro-compliment, targeting specifics like you're unusually precise with words, lands better than generic praise. Each of these works because they're true to your state. If your state is needy or chaotic, nothing will land. Get the state right first. You're going to be tested, not because she wants to hurt you, but because attraction often explores for strength and congruence. Her teasing, "Is that your best line?" is not an invitation for war. It's an invitation for play. You answer with a small grin. "No, my best line is reserved for when you're actually listening." Then you soften the eyes so it doesn't bite. If the test is disrespect, move. You're in my way. You respond with grounded boundaries. Got it. And you move. You don't justify. You don't ask for kinder words. You simply remove yourself. Boundaries without drama are rare. Rarity is attractive. Let's address the question you're secretly asking. How does rejection ever lead to desire? It happens when your response to no communicates such self-trust, emotional intelligence, and freedom that the very energy she felt safe rejecting becomes the energy she wants to be around. This isn't a trick. It's the way humans calibrate. When you exit clean, you plant a sensory memory. Your scent, when you leaned in, the evenness of your breath, the way you smiled as if the world was still generous. Later, in a quieter moment, that memory competes with the noise of every man who clung, argued, or tried to negotiate his way into attention. You become the outlier. If she reappears, it's because she chose to. That's the only kind of desire you should ever want. Your lifestyle either amplifies or cancels your interactions. Social proof is not a stunt, it's evidence. Are you part of living, breathing communities where your presence matters? Do you greet baristas by name, not as a ploy, but because you're awake? Are you training your body not to impress but to feel like a man who can carry weight and recover fast? Do you have pursuits that stretch you beyond screens? A martial art, a language, a craft, a cause? When a woman steps into your orbit, she should feel a current already moving. The current is your standards expressed in motion. This does more to polarize attraction than any clever speech. In conversation, lead her out of autopilot. Autopilot is dead, and dead things don't desire. Bring her into the sensory world. When you're happiest, where in your body do you feel it first? That question interrupts small talk and invites embodiment. Or, if tonight was the prologue to a ridiculous story, what role would you play? The point isn't the words, it's the world you're building, a world where she can feel more of herself. Desire follows whoever expands experience. Be that man, and you won't fear no, because your offer is bigger than approval. You need a code for texting after a rejection or a lukewarm first meet. Here it is. If she gave a hard no, you never text again. Respect closes the loop. If she gave a soft no or a deferral but shared contact, send one message that rests, not itches. I liked the 2-minute version of you. If you want the longer version, pick a day you're free for coffee. That's it. No double texting. Your silence is not sulking, it's sovereignty. If she replies days later, sorry, busy week, don't punish. Good. Busy is attractive. Wednesday or Thursday? You're not negotiating your worth. You're offering a path. If she goes cold again, you let it go. You don't collect delayed maybes. You collect moments where both people are awake. Let's talk about your appearance, not as a costume, but as a signal. Wear clothes that fit the man you're becoming. Clean lines, neutral tones, textures that invite touch. Soft tees, structured jackets, boots with presence. Keep your grooming sharp. A hint of scent that emerges only within arm's reach. None of this is for show. It's for alignment. When your exterior matches your interior, your energy stops leaking. You walk into a room not peacocking, not hiding, just real. Real is rare. Rare is valuable. If this is hitting something inside you, drop your thoughts below. I read every single one. Your voice is your instrument. Speak on the exhale. Pause to let meaning land. Slow down when you ask for something. Speed up when you tease. Change rhythm to keep her nervous system engaged. The goal isn't to hypnotize, it's to invite her into a dance where time stretches and micro moments feel significant. Your laugh matters. Let it be warm and unforced. When something amuses you, show your teeth and your eyes at the same time. That combination disarms tension. When you feel the sting of rejection, treat it like strength training. After a clean exit, ask yourself 3 questions. Did I breathe? Did I notice her signals? Did I honor my standards? If the answer to any is no, run it again in your mind, but change your response to match who you want to be. This is not rumination, it's rehearsal. Athletes rehearse their moves, you're rehearsing composure. Over time, each no becomes a rep that builds a thicker skin and a softer heart. Thick skin protects your mission. Soft heart protects your humanity. Beware the shadow, all the places where dark psychology becomes an excuse for manipulation. You will be tempted to guilt, to feign scarcity, to ignore boundaries because you think persistence is masculine. It's not. Persuasion without consent is corrosion. You're not here to override anyone's agency. You're here to sharpen your presence until the right women choose you freely. The darkness you should study is your own, your fear of being enough, your itch to control outcomes, your habit of performing. When you bring light to those, you become dangerous in the best way. Dangerous to mediocrity, not to people. Polarization is healthy. Some women won't like your energy. Good. Your aim isn't universal approval, it's unmistakable alignment. When you carry that intent, you become more specific in your invitations. I'm exploring a new wine bar with terrible lighting and suspiciously good jazz. I need a partner in crime for an hour. You? Specificity creates a feeling. Feelings move people. If she says no, your life still contains jazz and conversation. You're not threatening to take the gift away. There's a subtle power here. Your life is better with her, and also complete without her. That paradox draws people in because it feels safe and exciting at the same time. Let's refine your eye for signals. Green signals. She asks you a question unprompted, lightly touches your forearm, mirrors your stance, teases you and then smiles, lingers after saying she needs to go. Amber signals. She answers but doesn't invest, glances away repeatedly, keeps closed body language, mentions a boyfriend but continues to engage. Red signals. Verbal no, turning away, moving, clear withdrawal. Your rule: escalate on green, hold on amber, exit on red. The discipline to exit on red is magnetic because it proves your self-control. The sensitivity to hold on amber and test lightly, I'll give you 5 minutes and then I'll set you free, shows leadership without pressure. The ability to escalate on green, offering a seat, a walk, a change of environment, shows courage. Courage reads as masculinity. You also need a ritual for the days that bruise your ego. Physical reset. Train hard, shower cold, cook a clean meal. Psychological reset. Write down 3 moments where you acted in alignment, regardless of outcome. Social reset. Connect with a friend without talking about women. Talk about ideas, challenges, plans. Spiritual reset. Gratitude for the simple. 10 breaths, a sun-warmed face, a page in a book that tells the truth. These resets prevent you from spiraling into cynicism. Cynicism is attractive to no one, and it poisons your sense of possibility. When you do get a second chance, when the woman who once declined shows up curious, don't rewrite history or demand explanations. She owes you nothing. Meet her as she is now, not as she was. Smile. Looks like our timing got updated. Keep it light. If she asks why you didn't chase, tell the truth. I don't chase people. I move with people who are moving with me. That line isn't a performance, it's a policy. People trust men with policies. Everything becomes easier when you remember that attraction is an exchange of gifts. Your gift is direction, attention, and safety. Her gift is softness, spontaneity, and spark. You bring order to her chaos. She brings color to your structure. Neither is superior. Both are necessary. When you posture or plead, the exchange breaks. When you breathe and lead, it resumes. So give your gifts freely to those who receive them and keep walking when they don't. The world is bigger than your last interaction. Picture this. You're at a rooftop, late light dissolving into the city. You see her. You approach with a quiet half smile. You look like you're appreciating the breeze more than the view. She laughs, surprised by the accuracy. You talk for 2 minutes. Clean, easy. Then her friend returns, and she shifts away. You sense the soft no. You nod. Good meeting you. You turn your body to the skyline and rejoin your night. No performance. 10 minutes later, she drifts back. Hey, what was that thing you said about the breeze? You hold eye contact just long enough to register interest, then share the moment, not the victory. That's the arc. Initiate with warmth. Accept with grace. Reopen with play. If you know a brother who needs to hear this, send it to him today. Don't keep it to yourself. Advanced calibration. Learn to use silence as a test of comfort. 2 seconds of quiet will tell you more than 20 questions. If she fills the space with a new thread, you have rapport. If she flinches and checks out, slow down or exit. Also, watch your hands. Hands betray anxiety. Keep them visible, relaxed, occasionally still. Hold your drink low, not at your chest. Gesture with palms occasionally up. It signals transparency. Take up space, but not territory. Square stance, balanced weight, no looming. You're not trying to corner anyone, you're inviting them into your circle. There's one more piece: forgiveness, not for her, for you. You will misread signals. You will say something that clunks. You will chase when you should have walked. Forgive fast. Shame is sticky, it glues men to patterns. Drop it. Replace it with responsibility. I did that, here's what I'll do differently. The fastest way to turn rejection into desire is to become the kind of man who learns in real time. Women feel that growth edge, it's electric. And now, outcome discipline. Decide in advance how you measure success. Not by, did she like me, but by, did I show up as me? Build a scoreboard you can always win. Approaches made, clean exits executed, boundaries held. Invitations offered, laughter shared. Numbers exchanged only when reciprocity was present. Track it for 30 days. Your confidence will detach from approval and reattach to behavior. When your confidence is behavior-based, it becomes unbreakable. Unbreakable confidence is irresistible. If you're still here, it means something in you is done bleeding for the wrong things. Good. From here forward, let your no to chasing be louder than any yes to immediate gratification. Let your gaze tell the truth. Let your breath control the room. Let your standards draw the line. Then watch how rejection loses its teeth. Some women will drift toward you later, curious about the calm they felt and the space you gave. If they do, welcome them without gloating. If they don't, bless them and keep moving. Your life is not a waiting room. Here's the final reframe I want you to carry. Rejection is attraction's quality control. It's the filter that keeps you from wasting yourself. When you respond to it with grace, you telegraph a rare message: I'm free. Free men are dangerous in the best way. They can love without clinging and walk away without bitterness. That combination is the sexiest thing in the world because it says, you are chosen, not chased. You are wanted, not needed. And if you leave, I am still me. Hold that posture. Live that sentence. If what you've heard tonight tightened your spine and softened your eyes, stay with me. There's much deeper work we can do together. If this struck a nerve, tell me where in the comments. I read them all. And if you know a man who keeps handing his power to strangers, send him this now. Turning rejection into desire isn't sorcery, it's sovereignty. And once you taste it, you won't go back.